Which says so many late nights and contractions, no baby yet, any day now. I hope. What would you say would be the perfect end to the first follow-through trade after the permission slip? Perfect end would just be where it just holds. Whether that be it actually moving into a position and holding, or just being in the position already and just holding. That's really the, that's the key to it, is being in the market environment when the market has stability, because when the market has stability, it's way more likely to present that behavior where it'll remain in position. But yeah, bottom line, perfect end is where it holds and you win. Perfect ending. All right, so I got one more and then we good. Okay, so we are good now. All right, all right. So let me see who's in the building. All right. So Rich getting right into it. He's like, let's get to it. So he says, would that become a second permission slip or still counted as a follow through? It's both. Once you have the first permission slip, you now have permission to take the next actual trade that sets up. Assuming that you're still in the correct market environment and the right behavior is still present. So with that all being said, the follow through represents an opportunity that comes during the right timing. And we know what the right timing means. That's when you have environment and behavior cohesive together. What's good, Jermaine? What's happening, Herbert? What's happening, Dane? What's happening, Maurice? What up, Walker? Alright, I see everybody making their way over. So you guys know what this is. This is the weekly market recap. As you guys are coming on, just mention how you did this week, whether you were training or if you took trades, what your performance was as far as your trades go. If you didn't take any trades and you were 0-0, that's cool. I want you to also talk about how you did in actual training and what you got out of training this week that helped to elevate you. This is powerful, like the fact that we do this every week, because we get an opportunity to not only recap what we did during the week, but it's just more and more reinforcement of what it is that we do throughout the week. We top it off with this every week at the end. It's just powerful stuff, man. It's powerful stuff. What's happening, Chris? What's up, Carmela? I see Delroy, I see Jelani. Yeah, so how'd you guys do this week? How did you guys do? Rich, you said you guess after the FT we out anyway. What do you mean by that? What's FT? William said 4 and 2. William, you lost 2 trades. J. Carly says she 0-0 and she's training. Walker, I've elevated my training to balance out my tendencies in my favor. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. That means AKA I'm working it out. One of the most important things that we need to focus on doing is maintaining. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, actually. Okay, so William, you did lose 2 trades, you said. He said, my bad, sloppy. Well, it's, if you're losing trades, I already know why. So I'm not even gonna ask you why you think you lost, because I know why you lost. When you are having trouble adhering to the framework of what you're being trained to do, that's what's gonna cause you to lose. So I'm actually more interested in what it is that you're doing every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm more interested in that because that's gonna help us to get to the bottom of what it is that you need to do to switch that up. You may need to fall back and not take any trades at all for a while. You might need to just be in training mode without taking trades for a minute, because you need to put yourself in the right mindset first, without a doubt. But I'm glad that you are honest about it. Oh, follow through. Okay, I got you, Rich. I was like, what the heck is FT? What the hell is that? Adele, what's happening? Yeah, but that's all it is, William. It's nothing really major that you really have to do aside from train more and trade less. Delroy said he's just watching the videos. Very good. Delroy, what video are you watching in particular? Stacy 0-0, she says she's training. Very good. Jelani 0-0 for the week. He said the time that I had to observe, there was some that came close but didn't fit the bill of the complete protocol. Indeed. Indeed. Jelani is highly disciplined. I appreciate the way that he moves in the market, for sure. All right, Walker, you good? My man Chris, 2-0 for the week, 9-0 for the project. Let's get it. Benito, what up, man? Benito, how did you do this week? Did you take any trades for Project 21? I know a few weeks back you said that you were just starting the project. The same week where you said that you were you had just made a year without taking any losses. It was that same week you said that you were about to start Project 21. So curious to know where you at with the project. Jelani, I did see and observe a couple of MRMHs this week, though, which was great. Absolutely. Adam, what's up? Adam 1-0. Nice. Adele 0-0. Nice. William, you said I'm now putting Matthew Way. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by saying that. Rich said got 214 on pause. Precision of timing. Was that the title of the video? Precision of timing? I remember that training actually. Jay Carly said training was really a lot of needed tough love this week. Yes, it was. William said, watching 301. Watch the replay of the previous night and then choose a new video. 411 is now my favorite. Well, it's now one of my favorites. Very good. Very good. Yeah, like you want to create structure within your training regimen. Either like a watch list of videos that you want to incorporate into what you watch every day, or at least something new that you're going to watch like during the week to add on to 301. But 301 is definitely always going to be at the forefront, and that's the key, because that's going to train you subconsciously to understand the framework. When you ultimately begin trading, you don't want trading to be a thought process. You want trading to be an execution process. This is strong, what I'm talking about right now. Benito said 0-0, still 1-0 for Project 21. Very good. Very good. Benito and Jelani in particular, they, like anytime I hear from them, I always know that there's discipline involved. You guys can learn a lot from their examples, because these are guys that have been training for a while. So I know many of you who are new, you come into training and it's like you get excited about what it is that you're exposed to now, and you want to do it. And all of that is great, but you don't want to put yourself in a position where you gotta like backtrack. Slow girl all on the line. You want to backtrack and have to undo bad habits that you created. That's what I'm trying my best to get you guys not to do. I don't want you to do that, because it's totally unnecessary. Got you. William said autopilot, unconscious, competent. Got you. Makes sense. Yeah, they like who we talking to. And then they see themselves too in the corner. They're looking at themselves. They're like, what's that? Yeah, tell her, thank you, Jay Carly. Tell her to focus, please. She throwing me all over. What's up, Daniel? I saw somebody else come in here too. Yeah. Okay, that was Daniel. Adele says she focused, only moving forward, no back tick allowed. Good rebuttal, like that. Squirrel brain. Rich said, live training this week had my demons up on the ropes and waving the white flag, keeping them out of the fight. TA mindset, yes. Yes. I like that, Rich. That's a bold statement. We did do a lot of mindset training this week, and I did do a lot of training that is going to elevate many of you when you're ready. One of the things about the way that we train is that you don't know when you're going to elevate to that next level that you're going to. You just do it. It's something that you just are doing because it's in motion. Like the whole process of what we're doing is something that's in motion. It's moving constantly. That's why we do all of this all the time. That's why I'm so consistent with the live streams, consistent with training, consistent with the recap every week. It's just consistency, because these are things that are building everything that we do. All the live streams, live training every night, they are building. And as you are building, You want your building process to be as strong as what you're actually building. You want the process to be just as strong as the end result of what you built, if that makes sense. So it's like when you laying foundation and you laying, you know, the materials for the building that you're putting up, you want to use the most solid equipment, the best tools, the most powerful, you know, machinery that you can get your hands on to put up that building. You don't want to use weak, lackluster tools and machines and stuff to try to build a strong building. So you want the building process to be just as strong as the building that you're putting up. And that's why we do all of this so repetitively, because it's the repetition of the strength and everything that is in the building aspect of what we do. The repetition of that is what keeps us growing. And that's why sometimes things don't catch up to you until later, because when you're in the moment, you're not ready for it yet. You have to elevate first to understand what's even being talked about. So for some of you this week, the way that I was doing training, you know, it'll catch up to you at a later time. A lot of people may not even get it right away. It might just sound like, oh, he was kind of ranting or whatever. That's what it sounds like to you now. A little later on, you're going to see that it was nothing but jewels and nothing but direct, like, things meant for you specifically to do. And in those trainings, like, this is how this whole week was for us. So I just wanted to point that out, because this is how this works. That's how this works. Jelani said, with me, the weeks that I have gone 0-0, in my opinion, have been better than the weeks that I have gone 1-0 or 2-0 for me. It's like with the 0-0 weeks, I put in so much work into observing, training, studying, DQing trades. It makes the 1-0 and 2-0 so much easier. That's it. That's literally exactly what I just said in Jelani's words. He said it sounds weird, but hey, that's how I'm wired. So in other words, he's doing more productive things when he's not taking trades, because you're doing more of the things that will lead you to the winning trades ultimately. You see what I'm saying? It's just like if all the work that you putting in is designed to elevate you to a point where your execution is like, I mean, it becomes flawless, where it's like you just like, you're robotic. I'm not gonna say you're a robot, but your process and the way that you do things becomes robotic. You can only elevate to that point with your execution by having your training just as strong as what your execution is gonna be. Like, so whatever you want your execution in the future to be, that's how you have to train for now. You can't try to trade first without having that solid strength as a foundation for you that's going to, in the future, allow your execution to be powerful. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So you have to put that work in the beginning. That's why I always warn people when they first start training. It's like I warn you out the gate. I'm like, listen, don't create bad habits. Don't not listen to me. I'm telling you to watch 301 on repeat for a reason. I'm telling you not to take trades yet for a reason. Oh, well, Mark, I've been on NADEX for 3 or 4 years. And you've been probably losing for 3 or 4 years. So if you want to interrupt that process, you're going to have to stop what you were doing. And you're going to have to do what you're being trained to do now, because this is a process that is going to allow you to win now. You understand what I'm saying? You're transitioning from things that you do that cause you to lose to doing only one thing that produces wins for you. So that transition requires the transition coming from you. It's not just something that you're doing. Like, it's not a method or a strategy. That's where people get it confused. They're like, oh, well, I got a good strategy now, so I'm gonna start winning. No. Even if you have a good strategy, right, and you start winning, you're still greedy. Your mindset is still jacked up. Don't you realize at some point your greed is going to kick in and is going to basically cause you to do something stupid anyway that's going to mess up what you thought was a winning strategy. It's gonna go backfire on you anyway because you're not building up your mindset. You can't exclude mindset from this. And that's where people go wrong, go left and mess up, and then they cry in the car. That's what happens. But that was hard what Jelani said. That right there that's the truth. Benito said, I've been busy lately. If the market don't set up, I keep it moving. No L's, but stability in the market shows a lot. See, he's talking about how he's able to identify stability in the market. And that's always the key. If you're able to identify stability, Matthew, what up? And you're able to see stability in the market, that's the first step. If you're not able to do that yet, what do you think is going to happen when you trade? You're going to trade the same way that you're training. So if your training is incomplete, what do you think your trading is going to be? Like, this is simple stuff. It's not complicated at all. Benito said, I still listen to 301 every day and mix other videos too. Like it's simple what we do. It's not complicated. Because so you don't know what you're made of until your skill meets the market. Dan, you said 2-0 this week. Really consistently watching and working on stability and timing. Daniel, where you at right now in Project 21? Because that's hard. That's hard right there. I know it's a little delay on this. Daniel, did you hear my question? I thought Daniel was on this feed. I don't know where Daniel was at. I just saw him, he just posted just now, but I don't see him now. Chris said, Mark, remember back when the first step was to wait for the market to consolidate. Right. We used to call it traffic. I remember. I think we went from consolidation, then we was calling it traffic. Adele said this feed. Yeah, Daniel's over there, I thought, right? Yeah, I'm not sure if you're still on, Daniel. If you are, what I was asking is, where are you for Project 21? William is asking, are there different ways to identify stability? No. The reason I'm saying no is because stability is absolute. It's either there or it's not. So you don't need multiple ways to try to figure out whether it's there or not. You just need to know what it looks like and you'll see whether it's there or not. Does that make sense? Jay Carly said, if you're someone that came in impatient and undisciplined, work on you as much as number 301. Whoa. That's hard. That's hard right there. That's where I was headed all week. Like, especially on the live stream, you guys heard Rant Man come in the building And I was talking a lot about like self-reflection, you know, dealing with yourself and taking responsibility and being accountable for everything that you're doing. You cannot be mediocre with your training and expect your results to be remarkable. Like, why would you have remarkable results if your training process is corny? You understand? Focus on the training process and redirect the responsibility back to you. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to do stupid shit, and then you're going to want to blame something else, like the market, or I don't know, like you're going to blame the framework, you know. But you can't blame anything other than you. Don't deviate from the framework. Leave it alone. What you need to do is you need to work on controlling yourself so that you don't do nothing else. Try doing that. And if you listen to 301 and, you know, any other training, you're going to hear that in the beginning of training. Patience, discipline, focus. Why do you think that's at the beginning of every training? Why is that the first thing that you hear? Because that's the most important thing that you're going to be doing in this training process, is developing your mindset to that point where your patience and your discipline are intact. Why do you need them? You need patience so that you can wait for the market, and you need discipline so that you don't do anything else aside from what you're being trained to do. When you combine those two together, and then you have the laser focus, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, because now you're in position. See, being in position don't mean being on the charts, taking trades. Being in position is mindset. How do you think you're going to execute at a later time? Like, how do you think that's going to be? It's going to be exactly along the same lines of what you're doing now. What you do now is dictating the future. Always. So it's like, you know, well, I don't care what you got to do. You got to talk to yourself, you know, yell at yourself. It don't matter what it is that you need to do. You need to make sure that you focus on training and not being half-assed and mediocre with it. You got to go all in. Just remain consistent. You have to. It's not optional. J. Carter said, my 24-paragraph synopsis to mark this week made me realize when I started, I was already struggling with other things. With TA and everything that we are, each hurdle can be jumped. Adele said 24 pages though. And yet, see, what's interesting too, there are different people in the group, mainly Jay Carley, that have helped me to elevate my patience. I would say at this point, it's new people. New people are helping me to elevate my patience even more. Like, my patience level is ridiculous now because I put up with so much nonsense. It's like I put up with a lot of nonsense that people do. And in spite of me talking about it, sometimes yelling about it, sometimes screaming at you about it, not even calling you out directly by name, but calling you out because you know that your behavior is exactly what I'm describing. It's like I'm doing all of this and people still come in and do the same shit. And it's like, okay, why? Why are you doing that? And if it's not you, of course you don't have to concern yourself with what I'm talking about. But the people that do it know who they are. And you end up finding out who they are because a lot of them will leave. And that's what I was talking about yesterday about how people have the audacity to quit. Like you gotta have a lot of nerve to quit something that you started. You really have to you gotta be audacious to do that. Because why did you start? Like, what did you start for? If you're gonna give up. Now, mind you, look at look at how ridiculous it is, though. This is how ridiculous it is. The reason that you having trouble is because you hard-headed. And then on top of that, you got the nerve to be soft. Hard and soft don't, like, they're opposites. How you gonna be hard-headed, but then you weak and soft and ready to quit? How? Like, how do you do that? And this is what people will do. You can't be hard-headed and soft. If you're gonna be hard-headed, then just be hard-headed and just keep going. But you be hard-headed, mess up, lose, cry, whine, complain, blame, and then leave. It's insanity, man. It's insanity. Y'all are funny. Dell said, please call me out. I have thick skin. Well, you ain't do nothing yet, Adele, and I would hope that you don't. Shawnee said, hey, TA checking in, 0-0 for the week. Still at 15-0 for Project 21. However, listen to 301 24 times this week alone. Wrap myself in that TA body armor this week. Come on, man. Matthew said, staying ready is as important as when you first have to get ready. Come on. Come on, man. Shani said, discipline, patience, focus, position yourself, and then execute. TA formula. Matthew said, bunch of half-cooked boiled eggs. So basically, he called all of you quitters a bunch of half-cooked boiled eggs. And like, I'm being serious, like, you know, every time I think about just life, like you have to realize how short your lifespan is on this earth. You are not here for a long time. Like, just think about it. Like right now, if you like 30, that means you've been on this earth for 30 years already. And that shit went by like that, like it was nothing. It go by fast. You don't have time to be wasting time. You don't have time. So it's like when you have the opportunity to put yourself in position to become free within your lifetime. See, understand something. Look, check this out. And this is something I think about all the time. The reason that we even have an opportunity to be free now is because of people before us who were not free, right? That fought for us to be free, not for them to be free. Listen to what I'm saying. There's people, generations before us, that knew that they would never be free. But they were willing to fight and to die so that the generations after them would be free. Come on, listen. You're not willing to fight for you to be free. That's mic drop right there. Think of, like, just digest what I just said. You got to think about that. You telling me that there's people before, your ancestors were willing to die so you could be free, and they knew that they wasn't never going to be free. And here you are with the opportunity to become free, and you're not willing to fight for it. For you. Crazy, man. Jasper said, love to hear when others like Shawnee train so hard. Motivates me to keep stepping it up all the time. All the time. Yeah, okay. Adele said, I'm trying to create generational freedom. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. It's like everything that you're doing is for your last name, not your first name. That's how I look. That's how I look at everything. Yes. So look at what Adele just said. So that my legacy will continue to be free. See, this is what your ancestors before you did. What she just said is what they did for us. What they did for you. So that's why I'm saying how, like, you have a lot of audacity to be quitting. Like, who quits? And I'm talking about, like, regardless of what it is. I don't care what it is. There's no quitting. The only time that you should ever stop doing something is if it doesn't exist no more. Like, it just ain't there no more for you to do it no more. That's the only time. But you mean to tell me that you still have the opportunity to do it and you're not willing to do everything to get to it? You're bugging out. Like, that's really a lot of nerve. Just the fact that you're here as a human being, you know the odds of becoming a human being is in the trillions. So you already did some ill shit by even being born. Then on top of that, you have people that came before you that did a bunch of stuff so that you can have the position that you in now. Some of them, their thinking had to be, well, you know what? We ain't gonna be able to enjoy it, but they gonna be able to at least have a chance to get to it, to enjoy it. That's the thinking. And when you put it in perspective like that, and you just put yourself back for a second, it's like there's no quitting, there's no giving up ever, with nothing. You keep going until you figure the shit out. That's it. That's it. And if you're doing something and it's not working, that means that that's not it. It's not that you have to stop doing it. It means that what you're doing is not it. You have to figure it out. If what you're doing ain't working, you got to try a different way. That didn't work, try it a different way. That didn't work, try it a different way. But when do I stop trying? You never stop trying. You know you don't stop trying ever. Like, where do you get that thinking from? I don't understand that. And then people be hard-headed where you insisting on doing it repeatedly the wrong way. Why? When somebody gave you the right way to do it and you still want to do it the wrong way. And then get upset and cry about it. And then quit. Adele said, you can't do this from the grave. Marinate on that. This hard right here. I know that, like some of the hard pills to swallow for people, it's supposed to be a hard pill to swallow. Don't think about yourself. Think about folks before you, and what was it like for them? Mind you, in spite of however it was for them, they still were willing to give their life for shit. What you willing to give up? Like, you need to examine yourself. What are you willing to give up? Because I guarantee you, whatever it is light compared to what they did. All you got to give up is doing dumb shit, bad habits, impatience, lack of discipline. You got to give that up. That's light. Like, I had to think, like, I was really thinking about this all week, and I'm like, yo, like, if you quit, you a loser. Like, you just a straight up loser. You don't want it. You never did. How dare you quit? How dare you? Come on, man. Yep, but anyway, Rant Man was in the building all week, so had to end the week with him coming back and making another appearance. So it is what it is. And I have no apologies for Rant Man at all. He say what need to be said. Yeah, it is heavy. It is heavy. Adele said that my great-grandmother could save money while picking cotton and cleaning homes and own 6 properties to leave to each one of her grandkids. No excuses. Listen to that. Like this is the dynamic I'm talking about. Now, mind you, she said her great-grandmother, so that's 2 generations back. No, excuse me, 3 generations back. 3 generations back is not even 300 years. It's less than that. You understand? Like time, it goes by fast. It's quick. Your lifespan is short. If you're not making the best use of the life that you have, you a loser. Period. Like, you just a loser, and that's what you're gonna be. But to me, that is unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That shit is unacceptable. I don't give a shit how long it takes. It's like somebody saying, "Oh, this is taking too long." Shut up. It's taking too long. What are you talking about? Matthew said, my granddad was born in 1904. I heard stories about what he had to go through to own business. I don't take that lightly. Nope. Nope. Like, come on, man. Like this, you know, it's so many stories and different examples like that you can use. And mind you, like we ain't even talking about a long time ago. Like this was a short time ago. My father picked cotton. My grandmother picked cotton. You know what I'm saying? Her father was around like this was before there was cars. Wasn't no cars. This is when you had to, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And to me, like there's a reason that you're connected to this energy that we're connected to. You're connected to it because you have a chance. But it's only as good as what you do with it. Just like they say, life is what you make it. That's true. That's 100% true. You're not entitled just because you're alive. Oh, I'm alive, so I'm supposed to have this. No. You're not entitled to anything. It's what you make it. It's what you do with it. Benito said, we're building a legacy and training is a lifestyle. That's it, man. It's simple. Simple. Yeah, but this is good stuff though. Very good stuff. Oh, so where am I? So for Project 21, I think I'm on week 8. Yeah, going into, so next week will be week 8. But actually, I took a trade for week 8. And I be trying not to do that, but it just happens sometimes. That's like the second or third time it happened. But the videos I'm still gonna release 1 week at a time. So I think the video coming out Monday is gonna be for week 6. But I already have week 8 done, so I'm actually going into week number 9. And like this is what I'm talking about. Like you see how fast it's moving? Like that fast already, like literally 7-8 weeks went by already. With me slowing it down. And we only talking about 21 trades or however many trades, you know. If you doing project 25 trades, whatever you doing.
All right, I'll get
the steps, you're just walking up the stairs. Taking your time getting there, that's it. That's it. It's like I don't even have nothing else to talk about. That's it, it's simple. But again, you know, my reasoning for wanting to do that, yeah, exactly, third of the way in already. Already. Didn't even do anything. It seemed like I just started it. But one of the main reasons that I wanted to do it is because it was really getting on my nerves that people would say to me, well, you're not doing what you're teaching. Like this is what people be telling me that really like gets under my skin. You're not doing what you're teaching. Okay. And my thing was, well, what does it look like for someone to do it when they just slow it down and take their time? Like, how does that look? So I'm like, well, you know what? Because I don't have an example of what it looks like, I gotta be the example, so I'll do it. I literally sacrifice myself to do it. Like, this is what I'm talking about as far as how bad do you want it. You understand? It's like, how bad do you want it? So I want people to have an example bad. Like I want you guys to win very bad. Because that if you win, I'm winning. Because that's the proof that what I'm telling you works. Like my thing is, all right, look, I do this, and if you learn what I'm doing, it's gonna work for you too. That's it. That's the framework, right? It's simple. I do this and it works for me, and I'm gonna show you how to do it, and it's gonna work for you. But you're gonna have to do it. You gotta go through it to do it. You see what I'm saying? So the more examples that you have of what it looks like, that's getting you closer and closer to the actual representation of what you're gonna do and what it looks like. And at the same time, it removes all the excuses. You can't tell me nothing now, because I did it too. It's no more, oh, well, you did it in 20 days, though. It only took you 2 weeks, because you on a different level. No, I'm on the same level as you now. I slowed it down enough for you to see I'm on the same level with you. I might just miss a week on purpose. Slowing it down to let you see what it looks like. So you can't have no excuses. Because it's like, I don't understand where the excuse is coming from. What's your excuse? Your only excuse is that you're just not doing shit. You're doing other shit. That's it. And you need to stop it. The car said, tell him shut up. Dallas said, people say that when they don't get it and leave. Exactly. Exactly. Rich said, you're using what you trained on. Dallas 0-0 for the week is not bad. Of course it's not. Dallas, listen, Dallas is doing a lot of training. He's also recording. Like this is what I'm talking about as far as doing and making use of the tools. He's recording and he's sharing his trades in the group. That's what you guys should be doing. You should do more of that. Less trading. Don't worry about taking trades right now. Focus on elevating your skill. That's going to come through repetition of the execution. That's how you get it. So you want to make sure that what you're executing is solid. That's the key. Right. Matthew said, only thing I've seen you do that you didn't teach was the At the Money series. And then what did I do with the At the Money? What did I do after that? I didn't do anything with it. I stopped. Now see, and again, my whole purpose for doing that was just to prove that it's market skill that allows you to do everything. Because people were telling me before, oh, well, you doing in the money and you can't do at the money. You talking about, you know, all of this skill, this and that, but you can't do at the money. Not only did I do at the money, I did at the money the way that you scared to do it. You scared to hold the trade till the end. You ain't doing that. You trying to scalp out the trade because you scared. You trying to scalp out. You scared. You nervous. You shook. What I do, held the trade till the end. Started with $100. Took it up. Just like any other challenge. Come on, man. Like, see, sometimes I like to do stuff just to shut people up. So now you can't talk about that no more. I don't hear nobody talking about it no more. Do y'all? I don't hear nobody mentioning, oh, you can't do at the money. Nobody says that no more. Shut them up. I'm big on that. I'm big on that. I like shutting people up by doing shit. Yeah, exactly. Rich said they trailing the money. Yup. Yup. Scared to death. Ain't no way in the world they gonna hold it to the end. They don't know what they doing. As soon as they see $5 profit, they're ready to take it. I'm like, listen, how you getting 1-to-1 if you don't leave the trade? You're not. I'm like, come on, let's be real. Like, so it's like I accomplished so much when I did that. So that wasn't even just about just at the money. That was about mindset and structure and your thinking. The way that you're dealing with your emotions and all of that when you taking those trades. Is there a difference between doing that approach versus doing in the money? There's no difference. Not as far as your mindset goes. You're using a different approach, yes. But your mindset should be the same way regardless of what you're doing, period. And that goes to show you that I'm in control of my mindset. That's why I was able to accomplish that. Come on, man. People was looking at them trades, they was like, yo, I don't understand how you doing that. I know you don't. But I understand why you not. Because you shook, that's why. Yeah, they crying in the car. Adele said, or leaving the money. Yeah, that's what it was. They thought that I couldn't do it. Yep. Yep. And Jay Carly knows specific information about certain people. Had to shut them completely all the way up. Yes, acting soft. She said clutching their pearls. All of the above. Being all scary. I'm like, how you gonna be scary? You doing at the money. You told me what I do don't work and it ain't shit. You told me in the money ain't nothing. You told me I'm wasting my time doing that. Okay. Then I come in your world, do what you do, and do it better. Get out of my face. In so many words. Be like, just get out of my face. Don't say nothing to me. Red man in the building. Nope. ain't talking no more. All three of y'all. Is you finished or is you done? Is you finished or is you done? Oh, snap. Yes. Yes. Verbatim. Get out of here with that. Yup. All right, y'all. So I'm out, man. Yeah. Apology emails. Yep. That is a fact. Oh, that's right. I had showed you that, right? Yeah. Yep. Crazy. Yeah, let me get up out of here. So listen, yo, enjoy your weekend. I will see you guys on training on Sunday. You'll be safe. If you want to repeat, you already know what it is. I'm out. Team Alliance, baby. Yep.